Coca-Cola is a proud sponsor of People of Interest and would like to let you know that we've ended our whole Share a Coke campaign because none of you actually shared your Cokes, you selfish pricks.
My next guest, Rhonda Peele, is considered the foremost positivity expert on the planet. Her best-selling 2009 book, Oh Yes You Can, has helped countless numbers of people all over the world improve their lives by adopting a positive attitude and belief in themselves. Since writing the book, Peele has been a motivational speaker, hosted a television show, and been a guru to some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Now, after all this time, Peele has written her long-awaited follow-up to Oh Yes You Can, and it's called How to Use Positivity to Become Rich and Famous and Stick It to Everyone Who Made Fun of Me in High School. And it goes on sale Tuesday. Rhonda Peele, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks.
Now, Rhonda, very excited about the new book, obviously.
So am I.
This one seems to have a more personal slant. Is that true, or, I mean?
Well, you know, all of my writing and all of my public positivity is geared towards helping others. And I know this is a subject that a lot of people struggle with, so it's not unique to me, let's just say.
Sure. But it says specifically make fun of people who made fun of me in high school, not made fun of you in high school, which it's sort of an interesting. Is there a backstory there? Were you made fun of in high school?
Well, you know, of course I was made fun of in high school, of course, just like everyone else, but I took that and I turned it into a future bestseller because it's going on sale Tuesday,
right,
so
yes.
I'm sure it's going to make that bestseller list because I believe in myself, and I know I'm good enough, and I know people support me, and I know it's going to be #1.
Well, the pre-sales are already looking pretty good.
Yes.
From what I've seen. Can you give us a preview of what we might be able to read?
Well, I know how to write. I'm really smart. I'm really good, and I don't need to get graded on this because I wrote it, and other people think it's good.
Well, there you go. It's interesting, you know, obviously the reviews haven't come out yet, but I remember, you know, most of the reviews of your last book were pretty positive, but there were some negatives out there. I remember there was the New York Times, you got a D- for your book. How did that affect you?
You know, it just made me want to be even more positive because I realized that spelling is important. and so for this book, I got people to help me with spelling because I know how to write and I have good ideas and people really like my ideas and people really like me and they really like the things I have to say. And they don't care if I know how to spell. Because that other book, even though it was a D-, was #1.
That's true. I mean, that's really good to be positive. Where does this positivity come from in your life? I mean, I think that's something people have always really wondered about. I mean, you have such great ideas. Where does it come from?
It comes from negativity, mostly. That's the root of it, is sadness.
Really? That seems not a place for positivity to come from.
Well, you know, you have to have that. You have to have something to motivate you to be positive. You have to feel like, you know, everyone hates you and people think you're stupid and that people just don't even care if you're alive and people don't want to be around you and that you should just die because nobody even likes you and you have no friends. Otherwise, what do you have to look forward to?
Sure, I can see, you know, staying positive in that work. Yeah, trying.
I mean, if you have everything, if you're like, you know, already a cheerleader and the captain of the squad, and you get straight A's and you're a valedictorian and you got into Harvard and you have big boobs and you know whatever, like, who cares? Why do you need to be positive? You don't need to be positive. You have everything.
So, some people should be negative.
Well, I'm just saying that they don't really have what it takes to be positive because they don't have what it takes to be negative.
Oh, I see. So it's really the more you can overcome, the more positive you can.
That's right.
That's an interesting lesson. So, would you say that's the main driver of this book, sort of the overarching theme, or?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that is probably part of the general overarching theme, as well as, you know, sticking it to the people who told me that I would never amount to nothing.
Who are some of those people, if that's not too personal a question?
Well, it is quite personal, but, you know, it's coming from a place of negativity. I understand that you're trying to start up some scandal, and I respect that, so I'm going to go along with it.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
And mostly it was the Kreft twins. Okay.
Sure.
It was Laura Taccarelli.
Sure, of course. I assume.
Formerly Taccarelli, now she married somebody named Jones, I think. So Laura Jones Taccarelli, in parentheses if you're looking her up on Facebook. She still has her maiden name on there.
Okay.
So,
so are you following a lot of these people
what?
on Facebook
No.
still?
No, I don't follow them, Brian. I simply use their sad, pathetic profiles of all of their pictures and their great life and their vacations and their weddings and their babies and all of that as fuel, because clearly they don't know what positivity means.
Okay, sure. That's fine. You know. So, on a more positive note, you've helped a lot of Hollywood stars who were feeling negative. You've worked with Lindsay Lohan.
You know, Lindsay is a special girl. She has a special place right here in my heart.
But is she becoming more positive?
Well, I think it's fair to say that Lindsay has more ability and more fuel than almost anyone else in Hollywood to be the most positive force in this world.
Well,
I think that is fair to say.
Wow. Okay. Well, speaking of what, you've helped a lot of people over the years. What are some of the biggest success stories?
Well, let's take Charlie Sheen, for instance.
Oh.
Okay, Charlie, a gem. He is a gem, you know? He harbored more hatred in his heart for himself
Oh. Wow.
than anybody, okay? Charlie just was like hate on himself. And I said, you know what, Charlie? We're going to use that hate. We're going to turn it into positivity. And guess what? Now, he is doing great.
Yes. He has his own show. He had a show, and then he has another show.
Right. He's on good terms with his ex-wife, with his children. I mean...
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
He is, trust me. We're very close.
Okay. Yeah, obviously you have the insider scoop. So now, is there anything you would like to, as a sort of final question to send off, is there any messages to those people that, you can speak to them now before they read the book? What messages do you have for those people, the craft twins?
Well, the message that I would give them is to cut off their noses to spite their faces so that maybe they can experience positivity one day in their lives.
Well, that is some good positive advice. I hope they take it. Rhonda Peel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
actual support for People of Interest is brought to you by Philly Improv Theater, Philly's home for comedy. In addition to shows every week of the year, PHIT offers classes in improv, sketch, and stand-up. For more information, visit phillyimprovtheater.com.